Hello, my future colleague programmers. The video is for you if you're starting your journey in programming and not sure where exactly to start. In this video, I will list 10 books that will help you to systemize your skills and knowledge while you're starting to learn programming. This would be a simple guide, and I would recommend to read this book one by one in the order I will present them. But before listing books, let's talk a bit more about how to learn. The classic mistake for beginners is when you expect great results immediately and you're trying to learn too many things in short time. But instead, you should focus on your discipline. Learn topic one by one, but consistently. You cannot, you don't need to spend so much time or check too many topics and etc. Learn them one by one, learn them consistently. Spend 1 hour a day, 2 hour a day, 10 minutes a day, as much as you can, but consistently every day. So reading books about programming should become your habit, because you would need to read the books not just to be a developer, but to improve yourself while you are a developer, while you are working, learn new topics and etc. In this area, there is always a possibility to grow. So this is what I liked about being a developer. So a little reading goes a long way towards professional advancements. If you read even one good programming book every 2 months, roughly 35 pages a week, you'll soon have a firm grasp of the industry and distinguish yourself from nearly everyone around you. So after reading a book, try to explain the topic to someone else, or write an article about that, or even make a YouTube video just like me. It will help you to understand the material much better, and it will help you to find your blind spots. This is one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. It really helps me to repeat what I know and find new things to learn while creating videos for you. Also, programming books are a great source to get theoretical knowledge. But don't forget about practice. If you don't have a project to work on, you can always participate in open source development or even create your own open source project. So just keep reading, keep practicing, and you will become a great developer. So what about books? Let's go and list them. The first book I will recommend, called Clean Coder, by Robert Martin. You can ask a question, why is the first book not about code? And the reason is that I want the first book to be dedicated not to coding, but actually not less important skills for coder, as self-organization, time management, knowledge about different methods of organizing your work, techniques to estimating your task, communication skill, managing risk and conflicts. With this book, you will get an understanding of how the professional developer should work and what skills to develop to become a professional. Because when you become a developer, these other parts, except coding, will be a very big part of your work and needed skills. There is a difference between coder and professional. With this book, you can find out how to become a professional. Again, knowing how to code is just one part of being a programmer. The next book would be dedicated to the main tech skills you want to learn, because knowing how to code, of course, is also very important for coder. So I will recommend Learning Python 5th edition by Mark Lutz, if Python is your main tech skills you want to learn. This book is big and detailed, and if you would read it carefully, it will give you a great theoretical knowledge with all of the details and great foundation of Python language. As I'm recommending the books from my own experience, that is why I'm recommending the book for Python. But you could find a decent book to check and learn foundation and syntaxes of other languages for Java, JavaScript, and etc. if you're learning. If you already learning with some books, just leave it in the comments for the others to see. But it doesn't matter. Just find the book that would really cover the core of the language that you're trying to learn. After you will learn a syntaxes of chosen programming language, the next thing I would recommend is building your programming skills on top of that, like a puzzle. Because just know the language is not enough to work and build the project. You need to add a few more elements to your puzzle being a developer. So I recommend to learn the next topics with the next books. The Design Patterns, Elements in Reusable Object-Oriented Software by Eric Kamen. With this book, you will learn all about design patterns, what patterns are, and how they can help you to design object-oriented software, which would be very useful to all of the projects you will work on. Next thing that you should learn is pattern with the book Patterns of Enterprise Application Architecture by Martin Flower. The main topic here are how to layer an enterprise application, how to organize domain logic, how to tie that logic to a relational database, how to design a web-based presentation. Some important principles and are distributed here in this book. It would be very useful for you. While you will work on your projects, you would definitely need to know these patterns. Next big part of the programmer's work is refactoring, and book I would recommend for that it's Refactoring, Improving the Design of Existing Code, first edition by Martin Flower. In this book, you will learn about how to improve the design of existing software, renewed object technology. You will learn the practices of refactoring the code, which would be useful as for your own code when you will write. It doesn't mean that you would write code once and that's all. You should always check for improvements and do them, do the refactoring. And also, when you would become a developer, you will often work with the already existing code and existing projects. And for them, you would also need to find the ways to improve it and to refactor it. So it's a really big topic of working as a developer. Then the next book I would recommend, it's a Clean Code, a handbook of agile craftsmanship by Robert Martin. This book is must for any developer, software engineer, project manager, team lead, a system analyst with an interest in producing better code. Because in this book you will learn how to tell the difference between good and bad code, how to write good code and how to transform bad code into good code, how to create good code names, good functions, good objects and good classes, how to format code for maximum readability, how to implement complete error handling without obscuring code logic, how to unit test and practice test-driven development, and what smells and like how to smell a bad code. What does it mean, bad code? To be a professional, you would really need to know how to write a clean code, because writing a code, again, it's not enough. You need to write it properly. You need to write it clean, so it would be easily to read and also it would perform good. And the final book that I would recommend is named Code Complete, second edition, but by Steve McConnell. So in this book, you will learn how to design for minimum complexity and maximum creativity, how to exploit opportunities to refactor again or evolve your code, and do it safely. Also, debug problems quickly and efficiently. Build quality into the beginning, middle, and end of your project. So with these books, you will learn all of that. So after reading these books and practicing your skill, you can say that you are now know how to be a professional developer and programmer. All you just need continue practicing and continue learning. So don't stop on just these books. These books will give you a great foundation for being a developer, but please continue reading and improving yourself. I will give you as a bonus few more books which you could read after this one. So the first one, you can learn how to be productive with Test-Driven Developer and by Example by Kent Beck. Also, you can learn basic skill and easy ways about algorithms by using a book, Algorithms Unlock, third edition by Thomas Corner. Also, learn about code architecture with Clean Architecture, a craftsmanship guide to software structure and design by Robert Martin. So this is the list of the books that you need to read to become a professional developer and to improve yourself. These books really helped me to understand the way how the developers work, and to be more efficient in my job, to think about not just about how to write a code, but how to write a good code and be a professional. So thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, leave your reactions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. You can also follow the Python tutorials in my channel. I will update it every 2 weeks with a new video. So remember, knowledge is our superpower.